Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 legal pathways for undocumented immigrants to secure status in the U.S. Undocumented immigrants in the United States face significant challenges, including the constant threat of deportation. Despite the absence of a comprehensive amnesty program like the one enacted in 1986, there are still various legal pathways that some undocumented individuals can pursue to obtain legal status, depending on their specific situation. These pathways can lead to permanent residency and, eventually, U.S. citizenship. For undocumented immigrants in the United States, life can be extraordinarily difficult. Many face the constant fear of deportation, a fear that has intensified in recent years, especially with heightened immigration enforcement under the Trump administration. The threat of being caught can lead to removal deportation, which often results in broken families, financial instability, and harsher immigration penalties. Despite the absence of a large-scale amnesty program, like the one President Reagan introduced in 1986, there are still multiple avenues for undocumented immigrants to pursue legal status. While not everyone will qualify, understanding the existing pathways is crucial for those seeking a future in the U.S. Term undocumented. In this video, the term undocumented immigrant refers to individuals who do not have legal immigration status in the United States. This can mean that they enter the country without proper inspection, or they enter with a valid non-immigrant visa, e.g., a tourist or student visa, which has since expired. The term enter without inspection is used to describe individuals who cross the U.S. border without interacting with U.S. border agents. While there are approximately 650,000 childhood arrivals protected by the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, it's essential to understand that DACA does not equate to lawful immigration status. DACA provides temporary protection and extremely limited opportunities, leaving recipients in need of a path to legal status. For many undocumented immigrants, the ultimate goal is to find a path to permanent legal status, usually through obtaining a green card and eventually becoming U.S. citizens. Path 1. Green card for immediate relatives after visa overstay. For individuals who have overstayed their visas, obtaining legal status can be complicated. However, certain individuals who are immediate relatives of U.S. citizens have a viable option to adjust their status without leaving the country. Visa overstay and its implications. Visa overstay occurs when a person remains in the U.S. beyond the authorized period. Normally, overstaying can lead to penalties, including bars to re-entry. However, there are exemptions available for immediate relatives of U.S. citizens, including spouses, unmarried children under 21, and parents of adult U.S. citizens, that allow them to adjust their status despite an overstay. Eligibility criteria for adjustment of status. For individuals to qualify for adjustment of status after a visa overstay, they must meet specific criteria. Lawful entry. The applicant must have been inspected and admitted or paroled into the U.S. at a port of entry. Immediate relative status. The applicant must be the spouse, unmarried child under 21, or parent, if the U.S. citizen child is 21 or older. Admissibility. The applicant must not be inadmissible to the U.S. on grounds like certain criminal convictions or security concerns. Considerations and potential challenges. While there are exemptions for immediate relatives, challenges can arise if the individual enters the U.S. unlawfully or has a criminal history. In these cases, alternative options such as consular processing may be necessary. Path 2. Provisional unlawful presence waiver. A path to legal status. One significant barrier for undocumented immigrants is unlawful presence in the U.S., which can result in re-entry bans. The Provisional Unlawful Presence Waiver, I-601A waiver, provides a potential solution for eligible family members who have overstayed or entered unlawfully. Unlawful presence and its consequences. Unlawful presence is accrued when someone remains in the U.S. without authorization. This can occur when someone enters without inspection or overstays their visa. If an individual leaves the U.S. after accruing unlawful presence, they could face significant re-entry bans. 3-year ban. If unlawful presence exceeds 180 days but is less than 1 year. 10-year ban. If unlawful presence exceeds 1 year. These bans pose significant challenges to those seeking legal status. The I-601A waiver offers a way to seek a waiver of these bans before leaving the country. Eligibility for the I-601A provisional waiver. To be eligible for this waiver, applicants must be physically present in the U.S., have an approved immigrant visa petition, such as Form I-130, prove that a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse or parent would experience extreme hardship if the waiver is not granted, demonstrate that unlawful presence is the only issue preventing admissibility. Application process. Applicants must file Form I-601A, the application for Provisional Unlawful Presence Waiver, with USCIS and provide supporting evidence. The waiver is often helpful in reducing the time spent outside the U.S. during consular processing. However, approval of the waiver doesn't guarantee an immigrant visa. Path 3. Adjustment of status under Section 245I of the Life Act. The Life Act Section 245I allows undocumented individuals to adjust their status to that of a lawful permanent resident without leaving the U.S. This pathway is crucial for individuals who have been sponsored by a family member or employer but entered the country unlawfully. Eligibility criteria. To be eligible for Section 245I adjustment, applicants must meet the following criteria. Qualifying petition. An immigrant petition or labor certification must have been filed on the applicant's behalf on or before April 30th, 2001. Physical presence. If the petition was filed between January 15th, 1998 and April 30th, 2001, the applicant must have been physically present in the U.S. on December 21st, 2000. Supplemental fee. A $1,000 penalty fee is required in addition to standard application fees. Benefits of Section 245I. This provision allows individuals to adjust their status without leaving the U.S., avoiding re-entry bans related to unlawful entry. However, applicants must still meet other admissibility requirements and may need additional waivers depending on their circumstances. Path 4. Military parole in place for family members of U.S. service members. Military parole in place is a program that allows immediate family members of U.S. military personnel to obtain temporary legal status. This program ensures that military families are not disrupted by immigration challenges. Eligibility for military parole in place. To qualify, applicants must be an immediate family member, spouse, unmarried child under 21, or parent of a U.S. military service member or veteran. Be residing in the U.S. without lawful entry. Demonstrate that granting parole would benefit the service member or veteran. Benefits of parole in place. Temporary legal status. Approved applicants receive temporary permission to stay in the U.S. Work authorization. Applicants can apply for work permits. Path to adjustment of status. PEPI enables the individual to apply for a green card without leaving the country. Path 5. Seeking asylum. A path to legal status. Seeking asylum is another route to legal status for those fleeing persecution. Asylum status can allow an individual to live in the U.S. legally and eventually apply for a green card. Eligibility for asylum. Applicants must demonstrate that they have been persecuted or fear future persecution due to factors like race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. They must apply for asylum within 1 year of arriving in the U.S. Benefits of asylum status. Legal residence. Asylees can live in the U.S. indefinitely. Employment authorization. Asylees may apply for work permits. Path to permanent residency. After 1 year of continuous presence, asylees can apply for a green card. Family reunification. Asylees can petition for family members to join them. Path 6. U-Visa, a path to legal status for crime victims. The U-Visa offers a unique opportunity for undocumented immigrants who have been victims of certain crimes. This visa is designed to encourage cooperation with law enforcement and protect crime victims. Eligibility for the U visa. To qualify, applicants must be a victim of a qualifying crime, such as domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking. Assist law enforcement with the investigation or prosecution of the crime. Be admissible to the U.S. or apply for a waiver if inadmissible. Benefits of the U visa. Temporary legal status. The U visa grants non-immigrant status for up to 4 years. Work authorization. U visa holders can work in the U.S. Path to permanent residency. After 3 years, individuals may be eligible to apply for a green card. Path 7. Green card through registry for long-term residents. For long-term undocumented residents, the registry provision offers another pathway to permanent residency. Eligibility for registry. To qualify, applicants must demonstrate continuous residence in the U.S. since before January 1st, 1972. Be of good moral character. Be admissible to the U.S. Application process. Applicants must file Form I-485, application to register permanent residence or adjust status. The registry law has been in effect for nearly a century, and it could be updated to benefit more long-term residents. Conclusion: non-LPR cancellation of removal. For undocumented individuals facing deportation, non-LPR cancellation of removal can be a last resort. To qualify, individuals must show long-term presence in the U.S., hardship to family members, and good moral character. While navigating these pathways to legal status is challenging, seeking assistance from an experienced immigration attorney is often crucial for success. With the right legal support, undocumented immigrants can find a pathway to permanent residency and ultimately citizenship. While the journey to legal status for undocumented immigrants can be complex, several options exist for those who qualify. Whether through family-based petitions, asylum, or humanitarian programs like the visa or military parole in place, individuals have opportunities to secure lawful status in the U.S. Seeking legal advice and understanding the requirements for each path is crucial for those navigating the immigration system. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 legal pathways for undocumented immigrants to secure status in the US. Undocumented immigrants in the US face numerous challenges, including the constant threat of deportation. However, there are several pathways through which they can seek legal status. These avenues depend on individual circumstances and eligibility criteria. One option is for individuals who have overstayed their visas but are immediate relatives of US citizens. Immediate relatives such as spouses, unmarried children under 21, or parents of adult US citizens can adjust their status without leaving the US, provided they were lawfully admitted and meet other requirements. Another option is the Provisional Unlawful Presence Waiver I-601A, which allows individuals to apply for a waiver for unlawful presence before leaving the US for consular processing. This waiver is available for individuals with a US citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse or parent who would experience extreme hardship if they were denied the waiver. However, this only applies to certain individuals and does not guarantee approval. Section 245I of the Life Act provides a path for individuals who entered unlawfully but have a family member or employer who filed an immigration petition before April 30, 2001. These individuals may be able to adjust their status without leaving the US, avoiding the re-entry bans that typically result from unlawful entry. However, they must meet other requirements, including the payment of $1,000 penalty fee. Military parole in place offers an option for immediate family members of US military personnel, granting them temporary legal status and work authorization. This can eventually lead to a green card and permanent residency. Asylum is another pathway for individuals who have fled their home countries due to persecution. To qualify, applicants must demonstrate a fear of persecution due to their race, religion, nationality, political opinion, and membership in a particular social group. After 1 year of presence in the US, asylum recipients can apply for a green card. For victims of qualifying crimes, the U visa offers protection and the opportunity for legal status. Applicants must cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation or prosecution of the crime. U visa holders can eventually apply for a green card. Lastly, long-term residents who have lived in the US since before January 1, 1972 may be eligible for a green card through the registry provision. This law allows individuals to apply for permanent residency if they meet the continuous residence and good moral character requirements. For those facing deportation, non-LPR cancellation of removal provides a potential route to legal status if they can demonstrate long-term presence and hardship to their family members. It is essential for undocumented immigrants to seek legal guidance to navigate these complex pathways effectively.